Hi folks, it's good to be with you and love to everybody. Don't forget my website, jasonburnspreacher.com, Facebook and Twitter. Twitter's more apologetic material that I put on of other apologists, and Facebook is basically other Bible teachers like Alistair Begg, Sinclair Ferguson, etc., where you can get built up in your faith. I want to talk about today Tariq Ramadan. Tariq Ramadan is an Oxford professor at Oxford University. And the reason why I want to talk about this situation with Tariq Ramadan is it illustrates where Britain is going, where Western civilization is going, and I just hope that what I'm about to say will wake you up politically and theologically and spiritually, that it will make you think, okay? We see the Islamic Dawah teams in the UK going across the UK, spreading Islam. We see Speaker's Corner, many Muslim apologists spreading Islam. They're forever attacking Christianity. But let's just go behind the scenes of what's happening in our Western culture. So we'll take Tariq Ramadan. Tariq Ramadan is an Oxford professor. He is a Muslim, and he is also known as a French intellectual, Muslim intellectual. Last year he was accused, or a number of accusations have come forward, that he has raped various women. Now, these accusations have not been proved, and I'm not here to say whether he has or he hasn't. I want to talk about other issues behind this. Now, Oxford University have given him absence of leave. In other words, he can go and work for other institutions or have a rest or whatever. He's not been suspended. Why wasn't he not suspended? If you've had so many accusations like that, you should be suspended until the situation has been resolved. He's not been suspended. Why? Because you will find that Qatar finance his department, Tariq Ramadan's department. So Oxford University don't want to lose the money. They don't want to lose the credibility with Qatar, because all the money that they get from them is lucrative. So that's number one. And you see this is happening not only in Oxford University, it's happening in Germany, it's happening in France, where Muslim countries, these rich Arab oil places, are financing Islamic departments in universities. And more, especially in Germany, more and more departments for studying Islam have started, degree, PhD programs. And all this is an attempt to Islamicize Western civilization, to bring Islam, to bring the West under the yoke of Islam. So I've given you absolute proof and evidence. Here we have an example where an Oxford professor who's been accused of sexual harassment by a number of women should have been suspended but has not been, and then we find out why: because Qatar finances his department at Oxford University. Secondly, you'll find that the media are very strangely silent on this issue. The British media are not saying a thing. Now, it's interesting that in France, these accusations have completely destroyed a lot of his credibility as an intellectual in France. And one of his main arguments in France was that France was actually a Muslim country many years ago, and as Muslims you don't have to be afraid to be a Muslim in France because France was already Islamic. Right? But this has been blown out of the water because of these accusations. His intellectual credibility has been shaken, and he's been talked a lot about in France. But the media in Britain has been strangely silent. Now, when you're a top academic at Oxford University and you're accused of sex crimes and sexual harassment, you'd think it'd be on the BBC. Nope. You'd think it'd be on Granada TV. Nope. You'd think it'd be on Channel 4. Nope. Not a dicky bird, not a word about it. Keep it hush hush. They'll attack Tommy Robinson. They'll attack Britain First. They'll stop Britain First's free speech, which I don't agree with. I think it's a total disgrace that what the government is doing to Britain First. I think people should be allowed to have free speech. And they'll attack Britain first, they'll attack Tommy Robinson, they'll attack people who criticise Islam. But when a top academic Islamic professor is accused of sex crimes, of sexual harassment, the media is silent. The media doesn't say anything. What does that tell you? What it tells you is that even within the British government, even within the higher echelons of power, whether it be in the police, whether it be in the media, whether it be in politics, that there is an Islamic influence there. That there is rich oil countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar are pulling the strings and stopping any attack upon Tariq Ramadan. What that tells you is, behind the scenes, the British nation is slowly being taken over by Islam. That is the only logical conclusion you can make. Why would the British media be silent? Why would the British establishment be silent? If it was Tommy Robinson accused of sex crimes, it'd be splattered all over the media and his reputation would be destroyed overnight. If it was Britain First, they'd be destroyed overnight. They'd be splattered on the BBC, it'd be splattered everywhere. But Tariq Ramadan, Oxford professor, supported financially by Qatar, no word about it. So we see that as young people, you need to wake up. This political correct age, with all its gay rights and all that in the UK, is a smokescreen. It's going to pass away. If you don't wake up and come to know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Saviour, and come under the banner of Jesus Christ, and start to follow the Bible, you're going to wake up one day and the minarets are going to be playing in London, in Birmingham, and in Manchester, and you're all going to be made to bow the knee to Allah. You'll be made to do it. That's going to happen in the next 10 to 20 years. And if you don't wake up, there will be civil war. It's unquestionably, there will never ever be peace. Never ever be peace, says Gladstone, when Islam's around. Because Islam is, whether you like it or not, it is a theocracy. And as a theocracy, it must take over the land that it occupies. And if it can't take over peacefully, it will take over violently. And there will be civil war in Europe. There will be civil war in the next 20 years. And all that's happening at the moment is a steady creeping of Islamization. And people say, oh, you're Islamophobic. Who's invented that? It's the establishment that's invented this word. They've invented it to demonize people who see that the Western civilization is being Islamicized. Notice all the Dawa teams, they go around everywhere. What are they doing? You find they're attacking Christianity in a ruthless way. Go down to London. They're attacking Christianity. They're not attacking Islam. They're attacking Christianity because they know that that is the only force that can stop them. And why are they doing it? Why are they attacking Christianity so much in this country? It's because they want to take over this country. And all this Dawa teams that are going out evangelizing, it's just a creeping Islamization. They want to take over our country. They will try to take over Europe. And you've got to wake up. And you've got to understand that this Tariq Ramadan is a little case study of how our political, intellectual, media and establishment people are being influenced by Islam and protecting Islam from criticism in our democracy. So, you've got to wake up. I wanted to make this video just to give you a little glimpse with Tariq Ramadan and the bias that's going on and the Islamization of our country. God bless you.